Hey there guys, it's Tanya Osborne, Director of Team Business Sense, and I just wanted to do a quick video to show you guys how to use PicMonkey and how to use it to make the back of your postcards for the scent of the month or anything else that you might be doing for your business. So I'm in PicMonkey here, and it's basically just their main web page. Up here are our options. We can edit, we can touch up, we can design, and we can make a collage. One thing to note really quick before we get started is that I'm using the free version. I recommend that you use the free version too, at least until you play with a little bit and see kind of what you want to do on your own. I've really had no trouble using the free version and getting the most out of it that I want. But if you do want to be able to save your work while you're in the process, I do believe you need to sign in. So one of the things to remember if you're using the free version is to allow yourself enough time to complete a project from beginning to end, because you cannot save it in while you're in the process. Once it's finished, you can save it and download it to your computer, and then you've got it forever. We're going to go ahead and go into design. Now, if you wanted to edit a picture of yourself or a picture that you were going to be using on the template, you would go right into edit here and then add the elements or create or edit the photo any way you want first, and then save it, and then you can upload it to the rest of your postcard. But I already have some of those elements downloaded. So I'm going to click on design, and I'm going to go ahead and click right over here to 4x6. So these are all the options that are available. For our postcards, we need a 4x6 size. So I've clicked on 4x6. I'm going to go over here and click on this canvas color. I don't know why that's coming up. So it shows all the options. And I'm going to click here to rotate because we need our postcard to be landscape. So now I have a postcard the way that it should look. And I'm going to go ahead and click apply. And that'll keep it that way. I'm going to give you a quick rundown on what these things mean over here. This is basic cropping, basic edit. So this is the area that we're in right now. You can crop, you can change the canvas color, which is the white box right here. You can do, make it a different color or do whatever you want with it. Exposure, sharpen, there's all kinds of things. So play around with it. This little wand right here is going to be for filters. So if you want your photo to kind of have a different look, you would click there. The little lipstick is going to be for skin touch-ups and anything like that. Anything here that you see with a crown is going to be part of the paid version. So make sure that you that if it's something that you really want to use, you go in there and get the paid version. I think it's $30 a year. Otherwise, most of the things can be done creatively on the free version. Right here is the text. So we're going to be using this a lot. It's going to load in a minute. And you can use, these are all the texts that they have available. Again, anything with a crown is going to be part of the paid version. And then you can also use anything that you have on your computer. This is where most of the magic happens, this little butterfly right here. And this is going to be all the overlays. And so there are lots of different options. Go in and check them out and kind of see what you want to play with. And we're going to be using kind of this section right here. And then we also have frames. And basically that's what it says. It'll put a frame around your picture. Now if you're adding elements into our postcard, it's going to apply this to the entire postcard, not to the element. So if you want something specifically to have a frame around it, you need to edit that separately. This is going to be backgrounds right here, this little weave guy. And this is how I did the back of the September postcard with the chalkboard. So I'll just show you really quick. So it comes up right there, that's a chalkboard, and then I click apply, and then you can add elements on top of that. And the little apple down here, oops, and we don't want to apply that, so I'm going to hit discard. The little apple down here, that is themes. So it's just got kind of everything grouped together for certain themes. So let's go ahead and start our postcard. I am going to go to overlays, and I am going to go to dashed and lined. And let's see, I want to use one of these squiggly little arrows because I like him. And this is just a copy of the one that I did. You guys can play around and just use this as an idea. You're welcome to copy it completely. I'm fine with that too. But I just kind of want to give you an idea of what I did. So I'm going to kind of make my little arrow straight. I didn't show you how I did that, so let's Oh goodness, let's delete him altogether and we'll restart. So I'm going to pick this little arrow right here. Right here in this little round section, I can rotate the arrow. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate it and get it as straight as I can, or at least the box that it's in straight. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and make it bigger. So I'm just going to click on the little box right, or the little round thing right there, and then drag it till it's the size that I want. I don't want it too big because it starts to look funky. So now I'm going to change the colors because black is fine. If you want to do a black and white background, that's totally fine. But I like mine to be a little bit more muted, and I wanted some color for my customer postcards just because that might be the first thing that they see, so I want it to pop. So I'm going to pick a color that I like. I want a purple because we're green and purple here at Scentsy. And I'm just going to go ahead and this button right here, the fade, will kind of give you some different shades of that color. So I'm going to pull it down until I get to, that's a little too light, to a shade that I like. And I like that. And I think I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to move it over a little bit so that we have a little bit more room on this side. And now what I did is, excuse me, I've made a logo for my business. My website is senserock.com, and I basically did that just so that it was a little bit easier for people to remember who I am and associate it with me. So I'm going to go find my logo. Now you guys can put a picture of yourself, kind of anything that you might want to add on there. I recommend doing a picture of yourself. That way people know who you are and associate the mailing with you. So I'm going to click that picture, and it's going to go ahead and add it in. So there we go, and I'm going to just go ahead and make it bigger by clicking on this little round thing and pulling, and I'm just making it bigger. Okay, and then I'm going to go right there. And then I added my picture last time, so I'm going to go back to add my own overlay. And then I'm back in my pictures. I'm going to go find me. Let's see, where am I? And that's my picture, but I want the round me. So round Tanya. So now, let's see, we need to move me because I am, sorry about that, just hanging out in the middle. So we are going to put me down here, and I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger so people can see who I am. Now, I don't want it on the front. I don't want it on top of this logo because I don't want it to cover it. It's got my website on it. So I'm going to